Change doesn't happen overnight. It's not a storm. It's not an explosion. It's a whisper, a single decision that you repeat every day until it becomes who you are. You see, people don't rise to the level of their goals. They fall to the level of their habits. And in a world full of distractions, the ones who win are not the smartest. They're the ones who stay consistent. You don't need a new life. You need a new pattern. Because 1 year of discipline can change everything. Your body, your mind, your career, your relationships, your peace. But it starts small. It starts with 5 daily habits that most people ignore. Habits that look ordinary but build extraordinary lives. You wake up before the world. The city is still asleep. And for a few sacred minutes, it's just you and silence. No messages, no noise, no chaos. That's your moment. That's where power begins, in stillness. When you wake up early, you claim your time before the world takes it from you. You stop reacting and start creating. The first hour of your day is the foundation of your identity. While others are hitting snooze, you're setting the tone. You're building momentum. You're proving to yourself that discipline beats comfort, and that's the secret. Discipline always starts quietly. It doesn't roar. It whispers, "Not today. I choose better." Every sunrise becomes a reminder, you're not behind. You're just early, then you move your body. Even if it's just 15 minutes, even if it's just a walk, you move because energy is not found, it's created. Motion changes emotion. And every time you move, you tell your brain, "I'm alive. I'm capable. I'm in control." Exercise is not punishment. It's preparation. It's the ritual that reminds you who you are when the day tries to make you forget. 1 year of movement doesn't just transform your body, it transforms your self-image. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries and start believing you're someone who does. You can't fake that kind of confidence. You earn it with sweat, repetition, and consistency. That's why the gym is sacred, not because of the weights, but because it's the one place you meet the honest version of yourself. Then you feed your mind, not with noise, not with gossip, with wisdom. Read something every day, even 1 page, because reading is not just learning, it's remembering that your brain is a muscle too. Most people fill their heads with fragments of chaos, scrolling endlessly, consuming nothing. But when you choose books over feeds, silence over stimulation, something changes inside you. You start to think in depth again. You start to slow down. You start to notice patterns others ignore, and over time your thoughts sharpen. You speak clearer. You react slower. You begin to lead instead of follow. 1 year from now, the person who reads every day will live a completely different reality than the one who scrolls every day. Knowledge compounds like interest. A page a day is a mind rebuilt in a year. Next you write. Not for likes, not for anyone else. Just for you. Writing is how you speak to your soul. It's how you pull chaos out of your head and put it into order. When you write daily, even a few lines, you start understanding your own patterns. You catch yourself in the act of self-sabotage. You see your fears in daylight, and that's where growth happens. Not in the victories, but in the awareness. Every line you write is a mirror. And over time, that mirror starts reflecting a stronger, calmer, wiser you. When you write, you don't just document your life, you direct it. Because thoughts trapped in your head control you, but thoughts written on paper can be controlled by you. 1 year from now, your journal won't just tell your story. It will show your transformation. Then, there's the hardest one, the one most people fail at. Silence, staying away from the noise, the endless scroll. The notifications, the constant flood of other people's opinions. You can't hear your own voice when you're drowning in everyone else's. And that's why people are lost. Not because they lack direction, but because they can't hear themselves think. Every time you open your phone without purpose, you trade presence for distraction. You trade your future for temporary stimulation. But when you disconnect, even for a few hours a day, something powerful happens. You return to reality. You notice how much beauty exists outside the screen. You remember that real life has texture, warmth, gravity. Your focus begins to heal. Your anxiety fades. Your confidence grows. Because now you're no longer running on other people's timelines. You're living your own. 1 year of protecting your attention will give you a kind of peace that no algorithm can sell. Now imagine this. You wake up 1 year from today. You didn't win the lottery. You didn't get lucky. You just kept showing up. You wake up early. You move. You read. You write. You protect your mind. Day after day, quietly, you've built a version of yourself that no one can take away. Stronger, clearer, more grounded. Not because the world got easier, but because you got better. Most people look for miracles, but real transformation is boring, painfully boring. It's repetition, it's routine, it's doing what you said you would, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not loud. It's not viral, but it's the reason behind every great life. 1 year of small, honest effort can rebuild your mind, your body, your soul, and you don't need to change everything. You just need to stop breaking the promises you make to yourself. The moment you decide to show up, no matter what, your life begins to shift. You'll start to notice how little things change. How you speak to yourself, how you walk, how you breathe, how you handle pain. Because consistency doesn't just change your routine, it changes your identity. You stop waiting for motivation. You start acting from purpose. That's how winners are made. Not from luck, but from quiet persistence. A year from now, people will ask what happened to you. They'll say you look different, you sound different. And you'll smile, because they won't understand. They'll see the results, but they'll never see the mornings you didn't quit. The pages you read when you were tired. The words you wrote when you didn't feel like writing. The silence you chose when distraction called your name. They'll never see the small wars you fought in private. But those invisible battles are what built you. That's the beauty of consistency. It's invisible until it's undeniable. So start now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Wake up early, even if you're tired. Move, even if it's just 10 minutes. Read, even if it's 1 page. Write, even if it's 1 sentence. Disconnect, even if it's uncomfortable. Because 1 year of doing that will give you something rare. Freedom. Freedom from chaos. Freedom from doubt. Freedom from your old self. You'll stop surviving and start living. You'll stop chasing motivation and start becoming discipline itself. And one day, you'll look in the mirror and realize you didn't just change your habits. You changed your life. You became someone you once thought you could never be. All because you did 5 small things every single day for 1 year.